And there they go.
Welcome back to RacingNews.com. I'm Magic, and a field of 8 males 3 and up are going to compete for Grade 1 glory in Saturday's headlining race at Aqueduct, the Cigar Mile Handicap. This could be the final start for a couple of multiple graded stakes winners in here. We know Independence Hall is retiring after this race. Code of Honor may or may not retire. Joining me now to preview the races at Aaron Halterman. And Aaron, on that note, there's a couple of 3-year-olds in here, especially for Todd Pletcher, who look like they're going to want to spoil the party. So did you go with the young up-and-comer, or did you go with a battle-tested veteran?
I went with an up-and-comer. I went with number 3, Americanrevolution, on top here. This horse just continues to really impress me with each race. Even the race this horse lost in the Pennsylvania Derby, I still thought, wow, he ran pretty good facing Open Company and facing the likes of Hot Rod Charlie and Midnight Bourbon, who both fired in that race. Been beating up on New York breds like they're nothing, just smoking them. Obviously, this is a little bit tougher. I think the biggest question mark is the mile distance. He's kind of been running longer races, so can he get the mile? But man, I tell you, I think this horse is super talented. I think he sits just behind the speed. I think it's gonna be tough, Magic. I picked the Todd Pletcher, one of the Todd Pletcher 3-year-olds, number 3, Americanrevolution here.
You have a couple of horses who hit the board in Breeders' Cup races that now show up here in the Cigar Mile. Ginobili was runner-up to possibly the best horse in the world on dirt right now. Life is Good in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. And Following Sea had, I think, a better than it looked third in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Sprint. So either of those horses you think have a chance to hit the board or even possibly win this race too?
I think you got to be a little crazy not to play Ginobili here in your multis. I mean, this horse ran very well at the Breeders' Cup. He had been very good leading up to the Breeders' Cup. I think the biggest question mark with him is how is he going to respond, not running in California. But, this horse has been really classy all year long. So I do like Ginobili in this spot. Following Sea, man, I almost put this horse on top. I don't know about the mile, right? If this was 6 furlongs, I think we could really go with him. A mile might be a little far. I think he can get it, but it may not just be his best optimal distance, and that's, I think, what he's going to need is his best race to win. If you watch the Breeders' Cup Sprint replay, he ran fantastic. Yeah, he got in big trouble, and then he got stopped, and then he re-rallied. I think he'll show up with a good race here. I think he's got a lot of talent. He's another one I wouldn't leave off a ticket.
We're doing this before the morning lines are published. Are there any horses that could be a long shot that you like that maybe spice up the exotics?
I looked through this a lot. I think it's fairly straightforward. I really do. As you say, that the morning line just came out, and I do think a horse, number 2, Plainsman at 12-1. He's not the flashiest of runners, but he just kind of shows up every time. I think underneath that horse makes a ton of sense. One at the distance, I think that was 2 races back. Yeah, 2 races back at Churchill Downs. I think Plainsman at 12-1 makes a little bit of sense as a long shot.
Not only one at the distance, but at Churchill Downs, like Aqueduct, it's a 1-turn dirt mile, so something key as well. And if you want to play Brad Cox with a long shot in a dirt grade 1 race, well, I think you could make dumber decisions in your betting career. Head over to RacingDudes.com. You can purchase the Racing Dudes inside track to the Cigar Mile wagering guide that covers this every race on the Saturday Aqueduct card. While you're there, we also have free picks available for every track racing around the country. That includes Oaklawn Park, which opens on Friday, so make sure you check that out. Watch our free previews and our live streams of our shows on youtube.com/racingdudes. Hit like if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Tell all your friends. We'll see you at the track.
Racing Dudes Preview. Racing Dudes Preview. And there they go.